Okay, so let's jump right in. So I found this on Facebook and I stumbled across it, and anyways, long story short, I figured, you know what, let's take it and make a video about it. So basically what you have a grid of 25 Autobots and Decepticons. You have to choose 2 to protect you, and the rest will try to end you. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go through the names individually quickly, and then put the grid back up to show you, to remind you who all the characters are. Then I'm going to actually pick my 2 that I think are the best choices and why, they give you the reasons why I think they are the best choice, and then possibly go over some other potential combinations that would make really good choices. But in the end, obviously, think about adding your own combinations in the comments field as well. Feel free to pick apart my pick as well and give your own opinions on that. Anyways, let's get right into it. Now we're starting up in the top left with the top row. So we got 25 characters here. It basically looks like a bingo card, but it's not bingo. It's like reverse bingo because they're trying to end you. Okay, so we got Blue Streak, pretty solid Autobot. We've got Devastator, who is like one of the most powerful Decepticons ever. Little Gears, we got Megatron, that crazy maniacal leader. Hound. Second row would be Shockwave. We've got Brawn, another Minibot. We got Starscream, probably a pretty good choice. Huffer, another Minibot. Skywarp. Down to the third row, we're on to Wheeljack. Next to him, we've got Cliff Jumper. And then in that, bingo free spot, we've got Optimus Prime. Next to him, we've got Mirage and Trailbreaker. So some pretty serious Autobots there. The fourth row would include Ratchet. We're moving on to Soundwave. Then Prowl, Thundercracker, and Sideswipe. That's a pretty good team there if you needed a team of people. The bottom row includes Jazz. Now, because I'm OG, that's Rumble, Ironhide, and Frenzy. I'm a cartoon enthusiast, so that's where I'm getting those names from. But you know who you think they are, so it's not a big deal. No drama. And then, of course, last but not least on the list, in the bottom right-hand corner, is Bumblebee. So we just went through 25 classic Transformers, Autobots, and Decepticons. Now I'm going to pop the list back up. That is basically the graphic here. It's some pretty serious bangers of characters that we're used to seeing from Generation 1 cartoon series. Now it's time to choose your 2 characters that you think would do the best job protecting you, and then, they would stop the other 23 guys from ending you. So this is where I give you some insight into what I've picked. The interesting thing about this list that has been put together, there seems to be a lot of mini-bots on here. And if I was going to choose a Transformer to protect me, I don't know necessarily if one of the mini-bots would be in the running, just because they're mini-bots. They're smaller than a lot of the other ones. Now, of course, Brawn is like super strong and super brave, but I don't know if he could withstand, say, Devastator. Anyways, so the thing is, everyone's gonna have their own opinion, and basically this is mine. So my number 1 pick right now would be Shockwave. And you're like, Shockwave? What? Why did you pick Shockwave? Now, you have to understand my reasoning, and that's where this video kicks off, I guess. The reasoning behind choosing Shockwave is that he's the Decepticons' evil genius. We've seen him so many times in different episodes of the Transformers cartoon. He had so many evil genius plans, and he came up with so much stuff. He is, I would think, one of the smartest Transformers that's ever existed, and I feel that if you chose him to protect you, I think he would do an amazing job. He's also an offensive weapon when he does transform. In all his modes, he's always like a tank or some kind of vehicle with a major gun, and of course in Generation 1 he was at the sci-fi laser blaster. So here's my number 1 pick. What do you think? Now, on to number 2. And this one was hard, I have to say. And some people might say I'm going to cheat here for a second, and I don't think it's cheating. I'm going to stay within the rules of what was laid out. You had to pick 2, and the rest are trying to end you, okay? So if I had to pick a second person, I'm going to pick Soundwave. And the reason why I'm picking Soundwave is because he has all those built-in minions that is going to help protect you. Now, we're going to play with inside the realm of this game, and we're going to remove remove Rumble and Frenzy because they're on the list to try to end you. But that being said, we still have Buzzsaw, Laserbeak, Ratbat, Ravage, a million other like non-popular ones, but like they're the popular ones. So like I still think that is an army. And that being said, Soundwave is no slouch himself, right? He is an intense warrior, you know, he's always there, you know, he's always protecting Megatron. Anyways, so I think Shockwave and Soundwave are an awesome duo to protect me against these 23 other characters. Now, what do you think? Did I pick bad? Did I pick wrong? Now, I do have to add my own little note to this. I think you should really stay within the characters' abilities or what they're known for. And of course, what I mean by this, you know, this is obviously a Generation 1 list of characters. And, you know, so if you're thinking Devastator, we're not talking movie Michael Bay Devastator. We're talking G1 Devastator. Look at that goofy face or whatever. Anyways, when you come down to it, I think if you're going to do this right, I say quotation marks right, because I mean, anybody has an opinion. They're allowed to have their own opinion. I do think like if you went like, oh, I'm going to pick Optimus Prime and Megatron, I don't think that's going to work. You know, Optimus Prime and Megatron, they don't work good together. They're natural enemies. Of course, they're very powerful, but like that's not going to work. They're going to be bickering. Neither one's going to listen to the other one. They're going to be bickering to the side, and Devastator's going to come over and step on you. So like, I don't think that's the thing. I don't think that's great. I think really if you need to be true to this game, you need to say, if you're going to pick a Decepticon, you need to match him with a Decepticon. If you're going to pick an Autobot, you're going to match him with an Autobot. That's just my opinion. So like, if you're going to pick Optimus Prime, you might want to go with Jazz, because like Optimus Prime and Jazz, they work very well together. They've got some skills. They're honorable. I think that'd be a great matchup. I just like my Soundwave and Shockwave matchup the best when I was thinking logistically about this. Now, so what I'll get you to do, watch the video, go through the list, think about it, leave a comment below, let me know what your top 2 pick. Feel free to give a little bit of a description, and feel free to give a bit of an explanation as well. You know what, you can tell me my pick sucked, or why it sucked, or why it was so great. Anyways, thanks for watching guys, and we'll see you next week.